Good morning. Now this is what's called getting out of bed and walking down to the river or the stream. Our Airbnb is just right up there. You can see it maybe, I don't know, right there. This is a stray dog we picked up walking from Santa Rosa de Cabo, I don't know, a few miles down the country road to where we're staying. And this is right behind it. There's only 2 houses out here. And it's we're out in it, out in the, I guess, jungle. I keep getting corrected on whether it's jungle or Andes Mountains or whatever, I don't know. But it's beautiful, I'll give it that much. And there's all kinds of fancy plants growing around. I'm sure there's some snakes and all kinds of things like that here too. But you know, you see that anywhere you go in the world, no matter where you go. But it sure is freaking beautiful. I could just plop down here forever, and I was telling somebody last night, looking at this, that back in the States, where I come from in Georgia, it's a whole different ballgame walking around with stuff like this, with all the kinds of thorns and the bugs and the mosquitoes and chiggers, and you do it. I'm not saying you don't do it, but you definitely come out of it knowing that it just happened. Here, there's like, I know there's bugs, don't get me wrong. It's not like they don't exist, but they don't get you. You don't see them. They don't seem to be all over the place. I don't see them in people's houses, ever. Like the palmetto bugs and everything back home. There's not briars and brambles and sticker bushes and everything like that. Everything here has food on it. Papaya, avocados, aguacate, as they say here. Banano, plantano. There's banano and plantanos right here on this property. It's a whole different world. I love it. But my time here is about up. I came here in October, and the way that it works, you have 90 days, and then you can renew it for another 90 days. But since the pandemic, I got here late. So I had 90 days in 2020, and then came back for my first 90, and now I'm on my second 90, but I'm not even going to be using all these 90 because I might want to come back. So we're heading out of the country here in about 10 days. And might come back to Colombia this year. I don't know. Hopefully I'll have a chance to. Probably be staying in Central America, South America, maybe going into North America to Mexico. Certainly not further into North America than that because of my partner and visa things. It takes about 1.5 years for her to even be eligible to get an appointment to get a visa into the United States. So with that kind of welcoming committee, we're not going to be even flirting with going back to where I'm from. And so we'll be, going to, we have our next destination in mind. And then we've got other places like Peru and Argentina, if they can open up and get COVID under control where they're at. And there's Uruguay, there's plenty of places that we're looking at, Costa Rica. And like I said, we have our next place in mind. Maybe I'll post a video from there when we get there. But I absolutely adore Colombia. I would love to come back here. I'd love if I could find a way to become a resident here. I don't know if I would ever leave. Of course, there's a lot more to it than that. How do you make a living here? It's a country that is just riddled in poverty and a lot of corruption. I'm not trying to be insulting in any way. That's something that's well known. It's well documented. It's a country that's very volatile when it comes to the political landscape. If the left were to take over, it could become Venezuela overnight. And for you people in the United States watching that, you just got triggered because I said left and right, check yourself at the door on that. Educate yourself a little bit before you start thinking in the American mindset on those things here, and understand that politics here are different and that it's a different world. And I'll just shut up about it myself. But it's a wonderful country full of wonderful people who don't wear their politics on their shirt, on their bumper, on their hat. They certainly don't talk about them all day long, and all they do is try to survive and make the best out of life and take everything on its face. You know, basically the way that I've sort of likened the way that the Colombians approach everything that I've experienced. And I have been in little towns and in the countryside. I've not just sat around Poblado and Medellin or just hung out with expats. You know, I've been spending most of my time where I'm the only English speaker at all. You know, I'm the only one that even remotely looks like I've spoken English. And I hate to even say it like that. That's my American coming out and even having the visualization of what people should look like. You know, but basically I'm a human and you're a human, and now what? You know, no preconception as to where we come from and no preconception as to what's going to happen next. You know, it's just trying to get through the day in the best way possible and helping each other out. If needed, if not, just go about your business. You know, and that's all there is to it. I really picked up on that with Colombians and really admire the hell out of them for that. Check out this rock. What's its story? You know, how did it end up right there? Think about that. I mean, look, there's all the other rocks. All the millions of years that this has been here. So where we're at, we're in the western valley of the Andes, one of the valleys. I should know my valleys better. There's three ranges. There's a western one, the central one, and the eastern one. They all go through Colombia, and we're in the western one. And so that's where we're at. Pretty high elevation here. And the temperature never changes. It's just like this every single day of the year, every year. And it has always been that way as long as, I guess, it has been, however long that's been. But, so here's this rock, there's those rocks. And this is significantly higher, you know, 1 meter higher, 3 feet higher. And so this guy is pretty heavy. How did he get up here? You know, you just think about it. Here, I just picked it up, so I'm going to put it back. I have no business moving it around, but yeah, that's how silly I've become. But so signing off from Colombia, my beautiful little spot, and my actual stray dog. So the label on her neck, Julia is the dog's name. Julia. Hey, Julia. Hey. And off she goes. Maybe that's the last I'll see of her. So she followed us down the road. She's a stray dog, lives in the park in the middle of Santa Rosa de Cabo, where we got dropped off on a bus. We took a bus from Pereira to Santa Rosa, and then we walked, like I said. It took us about, 2 hours to walk through the countryside here. And she followed us. We thought at first that she was just somebody's, we didn't find her there. We found her on the road. And so we didn't realize what was going on until we got here, and they read the little thing and said that there's a stray dog organization in town that tracks them, and so she actually belongs back in town. So we're going to take her with us when we go back into town and leave her in the town square before we get on the bus. And that'll be the end of our actual stray dog. But that little label on her, it's cute. It says, this is Julia, and she's great. You can take her to parties and to dinners and things like this. She's a lovely dog. And so yeah, she when we got here to the property, there was dogs here, and they almost attacked her. So we had to, go through that process. And then she came in and slept, and we let her just sleep in the floor in our place, because everything here is wide open. There's not really windows and things like that. It's all different here. So she slept on the floor, and so my partner, Huli, is still sleeping. I'm looking at the windows where she's at up there. She's right up there. I don't know if you can see through the trees. But, and so anyway, the dog slept right there on the floor with us. And so, anyway, signing off from Colombia. I'll do another one of these someday. Adios.